Nice.
Hi, I'm Henry.
I'm Jacob.
And this little goblin here is Barney.
Yes, Barney. Yes.
Welcome back to Technopoverty, the stream where we play video games as an excuse to read books as an excuse to play video games. We stream what we are doing with y'all, have that chat to mix everything together, and we use it as an excuse to watch movies on Sundays. But yeah, we're falling into the future with NINJA GAIDEN Ragebound while talking about Lone Wolf and Cub. You know, I haven't thought about it much, but we're kind of the lone wolf and Barney's the cub of the stream.
That's very true. She helps us get our agendas furthered.
Yeah, she's our little demon who helps us as we ward off bad employers. Just a reminder as we start off tonight, if you're interested in any of our older streams, I do kind of reference back to older concepts, books, and ideas read while playing previous games, and those expire after so long on Twitch. You can always check out our YouTube. Go on over to youtube.com/technopoverty, and you can find us there.
Yeah, super
Every
helpful.
now and then we do little clips and stuff that may not end up on Twitch. I'm thinking if the YouTube gets bigger of, I don't know, potentially doing an annual or yearly sort of video essay from time to time, depending on if I'm able to. But something about Paradise Lost and nostalgia and this whole fall into the future block we're approaching, a lot of things have been clicking together.
True. There we go. Sorry.
It's all right. Jacob's just setting up the tech. You know what? I'm going to go grab the controller. We're going to get right into the game.
Hell yeah. It was up, y'all. 3256. Always good to see you. Barney says hello. And L-Man. Good to see y'all. Always good to hang out.
All right, let's get this game music to the right level for everyone. Now, Jacob, it's not just that we have a little killer with us that makes Barney the cub to our lone wolf. Also, as I've talked about with Lone Wolf and Cub, the father and son assassin team from the 1970s manga, they go on several adventures. Oh yeah, I'm on the Super Express to Hell, speaking of adventures.
Oh, damn.
They're constantly they're constantly having to deal with employers and employment and working for devious schemers and ne'er-do-wells, and it just makes me think our employer, the bigwigs, have been quite quiet for some time. I think by merit of just playing something from 2025, because you know how they think in just like integers and numbers and
Every
like
single time.
like
yeah.
you can, if you move a fork up and down, they think you're doing work. Like they count that as productivity. They're like very dumb interdimensional. Like they're like vampires. I mean, come on now.
But like the kind that only do the counting part.
Right. So I think by merit of hopping into like this 2025 game, we've kind of kept them happy and at bay. So I'm happy with that. But
Thank God. So let's hopefully keep them at bay. Barney, stop picking them too.
yeah, just a reminder, after NINJA GAIDEN, we're going to be playing Death Stranding 2 on the beach, the Hideo Kojima game from this year, while discussing Nevil shoots on the beach to start. This is something I'm actually very excited about. I'm using Death Stranding 2 as an excuse to get to some heavy sci-fi I've been needing to get to. So
Nice.
the stream's going to be a bit of an experiment. Death Stranding 2 also may just be so dense that it may just alter the formula of this stream. I don't know what kind of damage it's going to do to the inner space engine yet, folks. We're gonna have fun finding out is what's going to happen.
I know well so far.
But after Nevil shoots on the beach, we have a few routes we can take. I'm thinking of reading some Howard Fast stories. Howard Fast is a 1950s writer of science fiction, speculative fiction. He was actually blacklisted because of McCarthyism. Like, he was a communist. I believe he was the writer of the novel Spartacus. I'm not sure if he was responsible for the screenplay. But he has a collection of short stories called The General Zapped an Angel. And they're all like science fiction military stories. The cover of one of the paperback editions of The General Zapped an Angel, the cover art is clearly an influence on Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's like a big angel's head in a bloody lake. It seems to be, I haven't read this, again, the stream's going to be an excuse for me to finally explore some of this stuff. But the General Zapped an Angel is the title, so I mean, I assume it's about like a military operation shooting an angel by accident or upsetting God in some way by breaking some piece of the cosmos. You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool.
The General Zapped an Angel. Yeah, that also sounds very Hideo Kojima, NGE, of course. So we may go after that. We may go after Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower.
Parable of the Sower.
Yeah, that was from 1990, I believe. Octavia Butler wrote it. She writes about a world on the edge of climate crisis, in which there is a political candidate running for office promising to make America great again. The world's on the verge of a climate apocalypse. She wrote this in 1990, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And the book is about a young girl, I believe, discovering a sort of new ecologically minded sort of religion, and just spreading that as like an end times, like, it's not like an apocalyptic religion, it's like a way forward religion. It's like a cult of well, again, this is a book I haven't read.
Yeah, but from what you've gathered.
Yeah.
Through osmosis.
And so it's a 2-book series, Parable of the Sower, Parable of the Talents, that's also on the menu. And then I have Kim Stanley Robinson's Mars trilogy. Kim Stanley Robinson tried to write... Okay, so just to explain what the novels are rather than Kim Stanley Robinson, it's a trilogy about colonizing Mars, like terraforming it, making it habitable, and like the politics and like ensuing drama that all would be. It plays out over like 3 books. All I know is Kim Stanley Robinson is he tries to be a more forward-looking sci-fi author. Like, he's not trying to do like the postmodern ghetto dystopia thing where like there's no imagining a way forward.
Yeah.
So it's like a hard sci-fi focused on that kind of stuff. He has another book, if I like the Mars trilogy, because the Mars trilogy came out like in the 90s. He has another book that came out like in 2012, 2013 called Ministry of the Future that tries to look at like the climate crisis and like how to realistically like approach global warming.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious to check that out if I like the Mars trilogy. What's up, D Hamels, mammal? Yeah, go ahead and adjust that.
There we go.
I need to refamiliarize myself with these mechanics, like the bounce, which I always praise, but always forget I have at my disposal when we first start these.
Sorry you got a sore throat. I feel like that's been going around for a lot of folks lately. But butter chicken with garlic naan sounds great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's this place in North Austin that is near where we used to live that was always popping off, and I really want to go there and have their butter chicken.
Sajum, I think it was called.
I think so. There's always a line every night.
Always popping.
Like, it was by far the most popular place, and like, so they're doing something.
There's some nice little hidden Mediterranean and Indian places in North Austin.
There really are. Also great tacos. Taqueria Jessica was incredible. They always remembered me as a steak boy. I was like, yes. Nice.
I remember the CIA was evil. I don't remember much of the rest of the plot, but that's okay because it's more about motivation than memorization, you know?
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah,
that thing just shot
it
off.
gets faster. You actually don't want that to happen.
Gotcha.
Like, you want to actually strategically avoid
doing that. Gotcha. For a second, I thought it just like was off screen forever. It's like, yeah, I'm dead.
It's a pretty cool consideration for motivating, you know, not button mashing.
Yeah, it's just the crimson head. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, it is. That's a very good observation on that.
Yeah.
And even when it like punishes you, I'm thinking about when I took that hit from it, like, you're given plenty of health and tools to recover health to where, like, even when you're getting punished, punishments don't feel that severe.
Yeah, and it feels like it's deserved. Like,
Yeah, and it's not about like the game being hard, like in its punishing you sense. It just needs to give you enough tension to make you feel like you can bridge the gap, so that when you do bridge the gap, you're like, yes, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, was that secret? Oh, no, it wasn't.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Now, when you're hanging on walls, can you just sit and hang there? Or
Yeah,
is it like,
you can
okay.
just-
Nice. And are you holding the button to hang on to it?
Nah.
Okay.
Ooh. Nice.
Dude, this is really cool. Also, I love taking the train, so like anything that happens on trains, like
Yeah,
great
anything that
setting.
gets like parallaxing like this, like, is always great in my book.
Yeah, man, I really need to look. Oh, really need to look for Generation.
I'm sure we can pick that up on the MICs.
Yeah, there's got to be someone. Posted it in the Discord for that guy who's doing all those repacks of games. Was interesting.
Oh, the stuff on Archive? Yeah.
Yeah, they have one of the.
Enter the Matrix, right?
Yeah, they got both sets. I think I only ever played one of them, which that was very exciting.
I played it when it came out, so I probably played the earlier version. Chad, just to keep you in the loop, there's a like, this guy on archive.org is always dumping like just PC games.
Yeah, and repacks it with like a lot of mods like bundled in so that way you can like have controller access and things.
Yeah, just very nice comprehensive packages. But Enter the Matrix apparently had 2 releases. It was one of those games, I remember a few games being like this back in the day where like it was PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 and like some Xbox games where you didn't even realize it, but there was like a version like 1 or 0.01 and a version 1.02. Like when the Platinum Hits version came out, it might be a slightly different version than when the Greatest Hits version came out.
Yeah.
So there would be like slight differences or tweaks maybe, because like this was before consoles were connected to the internet in like a normative way, so like patching wasn't
really the thing. It was
wasn't
like, well,
the thing, yeah. It's just like, well, we'll make a Ninja Gaiden Black next year, you know, like.
so funny. But yeah, it was such a characteristic of the time.
This is also like interesting because like then you get a bunch of different like versions of games in Japan, because in Japan, like the PlayStation, they were bigger on doing like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7 International Version, Final Fantasy 7 Anniversary, like re-releasing games. I think in America they were hesitant to do that in the 90s as much, so like you just get Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 7 Greatest Hits, and like the Greatest Hits version might have a slight update if there was any tweaking, but like otherwise not. Resident Evil kind of went with this in the, it was kind of like pretty successful at doing this, so like you got the director's cuts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, nice. 3256 had Enter the Matrix on GameCube.
I played it on the Xbox.
Yeah, same. I remember I played and beat it on Xbox, and like the day I beat it was the day I was gonna go see, I think, the second movie in theaters. Mm-hmm. Because that's when it takes place, right? Between the first and second.
No, yeah, because I think I remember renting it that weekend too.
Yeah.
And like I got to the basement of the chateau, and then the Xbox disc was just messed up, and I couldn't load past it.
Man.
Because that's how Blockbuster was back in the day.
Yeah, well, it was fun. They had like some extra scenes that they added.
Right,
I
yeah.
was like, this is cool, so it was fun seeing like the live action movies at the end of it. I was like, oh, excellent, now I know what's going on going into the movie, or at least like little bits of.
Also, how much that is such a like, I didn't think about it much at the time, but like thinking about it now, how much that was carrying forward the original Matrix being like, we want to make Ghost in the Shell but live action, like. The way Enter the Matrix tied into the Matrix and the way the Animatrix also did, like very, like, again, like manga, anime, cross-media functionality with the story.
Yeah. I was going to say there's something I just read about that was very funny with that cross-media thing, kind of parking to that, was the, apparently with the release of the, Kill Bill, the new Kill Bill.
The whole bloody affair.
Yeah. So there's like a whole like sections that got kind of about Yuki, who was like getting like a revenge story, and that's going to be playable on Fortnite.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's like these scenes that everyone's talking about that like they've known Quentin Tarantino's had these scenes.
The backstory for like the girl with the chain ball or whatever, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So they've had that, and apparently there's some tie-in with Fortnite for it, which is unfortunate, but intriguing.
I just imagine Yuki is going to Fortnite. That would...
I mean, sure, yeah. Why not? God, just all of your action figures in one sandbox.
There's some fun stuff I see that comes out of that with how absurd it is. Just like, oh yeah, the Power Rangers are fighting Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson.
Oh yeah, like it
is interesting. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing.
I forget with how close you were with everything too. Like
that was the thing is that was like Unreal Tournament, the original one for me in 1999 through 2002.
Yeah.
Because when the original Unreal Tournament came out, like the modding community, like it was very easy to like get your own custom skins. I had like Darth Vader and Mega Man X and all that stuff. Yeah. So like it was all free and like just people making it. So it's very interesting to see that whole decade of evolution.
Yeah, the commodification of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, totally. Same with like, even with just like cheat codes, like big head mode, you just had to remember the buttons. It was great. And then like, oh cool, well you can like pay for it.
Oh, this is cool. Like,
nice. Oh, just infinite.
It's not infinite, but like it seemed like it had to be like a rhythm game almost in the way that like you had to make sure to hit the. Let me check my first.
Yeah, good call.
All right. Shit. Oh man, I almost messed that up. Wait, what? I don't understand what's running every time there. Am I just falling too hard or going too high?
Maybe? Are you just falling?
Well, there I'm just falling because
yeah,
I was trying to see if just touching it recorded me.
Just touch it.
Am I hitting the end before? Yeah, like that is the one I'm hung up on.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Right. Bounce off these boys.
Or maybe not.
Alright.
What is the intentionality here? I'm having a hard read. You guys got bounce off that thing instead of me. I'm gonna check that out.
Oh, if you get going. Let's see, Ghost Bro. I tried to stream Enter the Matrix a little while ago when I did an all Matrix stream. Seems good, but it controls like hell. The character has so many different things it can do, and no reliable way to trigger any of them.
See, I haven't played it in a while, but I believe that because it was one of those third-person shooters that came out before the two-stick stuff was standard.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say because I picked it up recently.
To bounce off that thing, I keep reflexively hitting it.
Oh yeah.
Just vocalizing so that I commit it to memory better.
Yep. Super helpful. But yeah, Ghost Bro, definitely have had that. I forget when I played it. It was probably like 6 months ago. Whenever the disc finally came out.
You played, yeah, because we have it on the original Xbox.
Yeah. God, I think it's great. And 22 years old now.
Yeah, I wish it were reliable. But yeah, it's a fine old dinosaur.
Dude, it's wild when it does work because it's like, all right, just keep trying the disc like 8 times and it'll finally be like, all right, we're good. We can do this.
It sounds like we're exaggerating, but like we got to do like maybe a marathon stream one day where we play like maybe Halo 1's campaign or something on it just to be like, because like, so we ran through Silent Hill 2 on it.
Oh yeah,
you all saw how short Silent Hill 2 was. But it added to the terror because, like, in constant suspense, because sometimes it'd be like a 1 minute long loading screen, you know, just the machine just whirring and
you're like, fuck, is this it?
Yeah, yeah. Just that was it was the actual scariest part because again, none of the actual game can hurt you, but you know.
Is it gonna actually save my progress?
Yeah.
That's so funny. What a
okay.
Damn. Man, this one's wild.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is for like a scroll or something optional. But I think I got it now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just a lot of jumping.
When I hit the time refresh, instead of moving forward, I kind of should go upwards and juggle off the dude as he comes in like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
I guess I'm hitting too close to the ground before porting out, so.
Yeah. Why, hello, little tiny puppy. Look at that. You're smelling. It's my fault. Smelly tiny dog. Damn.
I wonder if I should, like... throw one from above, but it seems to be a tough art for that. There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just want to be close, I guess, when you hit those.
There you go, puppy.
My takeaway. Let's continue on this train level, this train mission. She's chosen to walk away from us, which brings me up back to Lone Wolf and Cub, which we haven't really talked about. But, Jacob, I'm going to ask you to remember something. No worries if you don't at all. In fact, not remembering it might prove a point. In fact, remembering it might prove a point. Either way, it's going to prove a point.
What am I proving?
So do you remember in, I think it's Boba Fett, the Boba Fett show? Do you remember when he just turns into the Mandalorian in the back half? And the baby Yoda has to like make a choice?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Luke Skywalker puts like two things in front of him, and he's just like, you can be a Jedi or you can go home. And
Yes.
then he chooses to go home, and then everyone's like, cool, now Baby Yoda's back in the Mandalorian, and we don't have to worry about the hole we work ourselves into in the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney viewers like your dad surely won't be confused as to why they have to watch the Boba Fett show between seasons 2 and 3 of The Mandalorian.
God. Just what we've wanted.
But that scene where Luke offers Baby Yoda the choice, Grogu, yeah, Grogu gets Grogu, whatever. I too have fallen like Werner Herzog under the spell of the Baby Yoda.
Yeah, God.
I'm not above going nuts to Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Because it is, man.
Yeah, dude, like it's a Baby Yoda. Have you seen that thing? It's kind of evil how endearing it is. Wow.
Yep. Super impressive, honestly.
Super impressive. But again, Mandalorian, Star Wars, Lone Wolf and Cub.
When Morpheus offers Baby Yoda the red pill.
Actually, yeah, when Yoda's offered the red pill or the blue pill, it's very much echoing this scene from Lone Wolf and Cub, which Star Wars is like directly taking from. Like the Matrix is like taking the idea of the scene and some of the compositional nature of it, but like it's still like its own story. Like Star Wars is just doing the scene.
Yeah.
Because as I mentioned, Daigoro's wife is killed. He's left with his baby to fend from his assassin pursuers. He offers the kid a choice. He puts down a blade and a ball, and he's like, "You can walk with me on the demon path to hell, or you can choose death. Like, do you want me to kill you, or do you want to go on this revenge mission with me?" Are the two choices he sets before the kid.
Sick.
And the kid chooses to walk the demon path in hell with his father, which is why, like, some of my favorite shit in Lone Wolf and Cub is when someone's like, "Hey man, you cheated, you the kid." And he's like, "Oh, the kid's like as fucked up as I am."
Yeah, yeah. That's so.
You know what, dude? You know it's a kind of a Lone Wolf and Cub. There will be blood. Like.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Now that I think about it. Daniel Playview with his son, like using the farce of like, I'm a family man, and I'm an oil man. This is my boy, HW, and you look like a fool, don't you, Tilburg? But yeah, it's very much like there's that aspect to it too. Like, it's funny because like everything we're referencing, some of it's like these higher class kind of like, I say that with quotation marks, you know, but like, you know, you can have these more subdued takes on the idea, and then like these super Star Wars takes on the idea, and like that versatility is explored throughout the manga, which is why it's like so considered so epic. Like, it is a serial, and like it has such a serial engine that you can flex it for like big and small. Oh, damn it.
Damn, that was a really good run.
Sorry, I'm dying during this helicopter segment because I'm thinking about There Will Be Blood versatility of this all.
Kind of want to rewatch this. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. And I did enjoy one battle after another. I've been meaning to rewatch The Master as well.
No, yeah, I haven't seen that since it was in theaters. It was good. It was definitely a vibe. I liked it very much.
Maybe we'll get to some point, maybe we'll play a Grand Theft Auto or something where we watch Inherent Vice, because I'm gonna be honest, I've watched a lot of movies, and I don't know, I don't get Inherent Vice. Like, I want to get it, it's very indecipherable to me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a haptic thing, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to say it's I'm like choking as I'm trying to battle motorcycle ninjas on a helicopter, but yeah, like the parts, like I recognize it's trying to do something, but I don't know. It like hits a weird, like almost sensory blind spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I can't see the color. I can't see if it's like I can't see a specific color or like something.
It's like me looking at 3D images. I see the inverse because I got to cross my eyes, so everything is inside out. So I'm like, I can see that there is depth, but I still cannot tell what this image is. This is a movie, but I don't understand this movie. I was going to say, I still have my original Grand Theft Auto 5 save on my PlayStation 3. We could try to finally finish the...
I was gonna say, you never beat Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
No,
that was Red Dead you beat with COVID.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. That was a great time. That was honestly a great use of that sickness.
You were down with the sickness, yeah. Oh my.
Oh!
I did like that I was juggling my way back up there.
Yeah, that was real fun. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is very long. And I have like so many versions. I was like, anytime they came out again, I was like, well, not time to buy.
You're right, I'm gonna beat it this time.
Surely this time we'll do it.
This the cold cloth of capitalism, wrenching cash from your wallet.
Every time. That and like Skyrim, like I can play it on this one too.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing.
You know, like
I think I played Morrowind at the right age, but it inoculated me against the later Elder Scrolls games. I shit you not. I was a contrarian when Oblivion came out because it was simpler. And I also, like, it was really big. Like, Morrowind was really big, and I remember Morrowind specifically being the game I would play in middle school, and, like, on my middle school Saturdays. And I just remember, even while playing it, being like, okay, this is fun, but literally, like, 11 hours just passed. Like,
oh, yeah, you're like, oh, shit. Man, yeah, I got Skyrim whenever I, like, first moved. It was, like, the first year I moved to Texas, I think, was whenever this year. It was a great time. Morrowind asked you to break it mechanically.
Yeah, Morrowind was right there on the razor's edge of like just trying to be immersive versus trying to be like entertaining. Like, you know, Oblivion, they're like, okay, like the immersive stuff was still hurting us. Like the way vampirism as a concept works in Morrowind and curing vampirism is real cool. The journal being, if I recall right, non-linear. There's like a naturalism of like the way Morrowind lets you discover things that I really, really appreciate. And I like the rest of the franchise never hit those aspects. It just hit like the math aspects that I didn't like.
Gotcha, yeah.
And then also, so I played a little bit of Oblivion on PC, and I was like, okay, this is whatever. I never really got around to Skyrim, but I did play Fallout 3 for a few hours, and it was very boring.
I got sucked into 3 easily.
I need to play New Vegas because it's a different riding team.
Yeah, it's like the... Also, I need to finish New Vegas, but New Vegas I was really liking.
Okay, we can do New Vegas with some westerns.
Yeah, especially I was going to say Amazon Prime. The new season comes out next month, and I think it takes place in New Vegas.
Get ready, y'all. This is the first I got here.
Can't wait. I did like the Fallout show, speaking of.
I heard generally positive about it.
Yeah, it was a really, really fun first season. And yeah, New Vegas is extremely good once you get the bug fix mods. It plays great on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I have some patch stuff bookmarked because I've asked more than once on more than one Discord. I'm like, hey guys, I might play New Vegas soon. What patches should I get?
Oh yeah.
I get them, and then I'm like, oh, not yet.
Yeah. I know. I will say, what was it? Fallout 4 in VR is also really fun. And Skyrim in VR is really fun, but only after you like actually put in the shit ton mods.
I was gonna say, like, playing around in those with like a character that's maybe already broken would be fun, but I don't think I'd actually want to play the games.
I don't know, it's alright. It's like a dungeon crawler. It is fun in VR, I think.
Yeah.
But like, I had to find a lot of mods in order to make it feel like you could interact with things, like actually, like where now I can actually hit signs and shit, and the physics work. It's like, okay, now this feels like it's made for this, but.
Oh. Nice. Is all this really sanctioned by the CIA? Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
really.
It is all sanctioned by the CIA.
Bonnie. Anyways, Fallout 4 is a letdown for me. The dialogue options were not as fun. It was just weird variations of yes or no that didn't actually matter. Yeah, and I love the power armor. I'm definitely agreed on that. I did like the setting of it though. And the mod, whenever you could like build, like the build everywhere mod, where you could just like build up your own towns and stuff, that was really fun.
I pretty much am just interested in New Vegas because of Obsidian.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones that... Which reminds me, I also was considering Planescape Torment down the line.
Torment.
Old PC RPG.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they did Daniel's Man, are you familiar with Superman Kryptonite Spectrum, and are you familiar with the Ice Cream Man comics?
That's funny. I just picked up the first 2 issues of Superman the Kryptonite Spectrum because I've been hearing good word of mouth.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I haven't read them yet, but I did pick them up. I do want to shout out Batman Dark Patterns, which wrapped recently. It's going to get a trade eventually. It's kind of a ways off, but ooh, yeah, nice. Yeah, it strikes a kind of Batman story. I don't read serial Batman like issue by issue. I only really read Batman like collected arcs and trade paperbacks. But Batman Dark Patterns, it's like a series of like early Batman stories. It hits at a tone where I'm like, this is probably like what ideal like issue by issue Batman comics feel like, because it's just very sturdy early era Batman solving like mysteries in a very Sherlock Holmes sense.
Oh hell yeah, nice, similar to Detective.
Yeah, like the arc I read, I only read the last arc. It was a 12-issue series, I got in at the last 4, but it was like independent early Batman stories, so they're all easy to jump into.
Oh nice, yeah.
But yeah, it was like Batman and Commissioner Gordon just fighting an arsonist basically, and it was really good. It has like really cool paneling, like really good art direction, like, and it's like these very classic noir feeling stories, but like in a Fincher sense, like it feels like the Batman in some ways, Pattinson's the Batman, but it also feels like classic, like, you know, 50s blue and silver Batman in a lot of ways. It's a good series, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm intrigued.
Okay, I need to figure out.
Bounce off the big orb boys.
I think I can actually bounce off the orbs themselves.
Oh, that's it. Oh, gross. Basket cases.
Yeah. the freaks. Speaking of, Jacob, you saw Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein?
Yes, I did. I will admit I did fall asleep a bit during it.
I too did fall asleep during it. I think there's a reason for that. We'll talk about it as the night progresses. Just this creature is reminding me of the creature, Adam, in the book, if I understand correctly.
Yep. Good puppy.
Elman, was it the Noah Keldor-Gervais essay on Planescape Torment? Because he has another essay on another game called Tyranny that also sounds really cool by Obsidian. Yeah, Frankenstein was meant to be a nap time movie. I'll put it this way, Jacob. That movie was 2.5 hours long, right? And we both kind of fell asleep during it.
Yeah.
The next day, I watched a movie that was like 2 hours long, and I was a little worried I wasn't going to be up for it, because after Frankenstein, I was like, I think I'm up for something with a brisker pace than the 2 hour movie. But no, it was a really good 2 hour movie, and it just reminded me, like, okay, I'm not crazy for thinking Frankenstein was kind of not doing it for its runtime.
Yeah, it was very lethargic.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's holding itself at a distance. Like, it does. So it does change the story in a way where it makes the monster way more sympathetic and kind of like simplifies it all into like bad dads ruin everything and that Frankenstein's a bad dad, which no doubt he is.
Yeah.
But there's a reflection of his monstrosity within Adam himself, within the book. Like that's a big part of Shelley's thing, whereas in Del Toro's movie, it's like the monster's an innocent kid.
I want to hear.
So there's like changes in that manner to the movie, which makes me wonder why then it's so restrained in. It's holding itself at a distance in a way where it's like it's Frankenstein. Like, look, we're doing Frankenstein with old-timey set pieces, and it's very stoic and like. I should focus in on this boss, but like I've said it more eloquently in like text format, and I'm slipping on the words at the moment as I juggle with the meatball.
I definitely agreed that it was like, it felt like a really incredible Wishbone episode without Wishbone.
Yes, a very masterpiece theater, PBS. It's that thing we talk about when we talk about like
World Pizza Bowl.
Distance, like with Walter Benjamin talking about, you know, fascism holding things at a distance and aestheticizing, where like the movie's assuming importance because it's Frankenstein and because it's doing it with like period accurate clothing, even though it's not period accurate. Like it's just because it's like this lush, old, tiny, like period piece. Like, oh, the costumes are done so on point, and oh, the sets are so real. It echoes. I was thinking about how the last Del Toro movie I really liked was The Shape of Water, and I realized ever since then the stuff he's been doing has been just like kind of adaptation.
Yeah.
And he's just doing adaptation with very grandiose like set direction and production design, and like it's all very beautiful.
Absolutely.
But it's all very, like I said, detached. It's like we're looking at a diorama where we're supposed to understand already that like Frankenstein is an important story that we should revere, and this is not so much like getting across a visceral feeling of what the story of Frankenstein is, but like Del Toro showing you like Frankenstein as a story features father abuse, or like as a metaphor you can read paternal abuse into Frankenstein. It's a book report.
Okay, Shute was
Does any of that track?
he Frankenstein. Yeah, and Pacific Rim.
He did Frankenstein, because that's the thing. He tries to stitch in, I don't know, it's like a very basic thing about like paternal abuse, and like I get it, abuse sucks, and like yes, the monster was thrown away by Victor, and that is like abusive. But even the way he's sprinkling that in is more like, look, you can read the metaphor out of what I'm doing, right? Like the movie's to be observed, and read is like a metaphor or a metatextual, like everybody is sitting back and watching this movie and talking about Frankenstein because they're watching the movie in addition to having already read Frankenstein or having already built a reverence for Frankenstein.
Yeah. Building on its good faith.
I think about The Shape of Water being his own thing versus the last three things being just like remakes or titled properties because, you know, a lot of movies are creators who are really inspired by a title property making their own version of that, like, you know, Star Wars, Flash Gordon. When I think of like a RoboCop story, but injected with actually like a passion to tell a RoboCop story, Frankenstein's RoboCop. RoboCop's a Frankenstein is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's movies that have the Frankenstein premise that aren't titled Frankenstein, but like they're passionately concerned with like similar ideas.
Yeah,
or
the same
concepts.
concept.
But they don't feel the need to literally have Victor Frankenstein in them to spill out paternalist like dad drama stuff.
Right. But Daddy wasn't there.
Which I mean I agree and I'm sympathetic to the point, but it's at a weird odds with the whole insistence on like this reverence at the same time that you're not being true to the like ideas of the text.
Yeah.
To be too woke about it, it's a bit fascist. it's doing the distance thing that Benjamin talks about, like at an art museum where the piece is put at a distance on display with, you know, the velvet rope around it.
Yep.
To tell you like it is important. It is a signifier. It is an aesthetic signifier.
Pacific Rim does rule.
Pacific Rim does rule. Like, yeah, that's what frustrates me. Again, like Shape of Water. I was thinking about too, like, I don't think his shooting style is good for adapting other stories, but it's suitable for his stories. Like Pan's Labyrinth, excellent. Chronos, I'm down with.
Yeah.
I know people give The Shape of Water shit, and I know The Shape of Water. So like he operates like, because the thing is with like the fatherhood metaphors and stuff in Frankenstein, Del Toro operates on a very symbols first like mode of like cinematic creation, which can be a bit film student-y. It's kind of what's going on with Frankenstein, where like instead of considering like the human aspects of like the characters and the complexities of them, he's flattening them all into metaphors and symbols and kind of like reverse engineering story from there. Mm-hmm. I like you can do that. I just don't think doing that to stories that have been better composed and better framed. Like his cinematic eye is suitable for his original stories and his original conceptions of like visual metaphor, not so much other people's ideas of metaphor.
Yeah.
Because when he adapts stuff, it feels very stage play-like, and I mean that because it's like sitting in the wide, and it's like, it's cool to let your masters hang. Like, he gets away with it because he does have good actors, and he does understand when to like let a good performance hang, because a good performance does like own a wide in ways that like, if you watch a bad actor in a wide, buddy, you can tell you're in like a Tommy Wiseau movie.
Yeah.
It's actually like part of why so many quick churn and burn productions now don't have those kind of master shots, because it's easier to just do like shot reverse shot coverage.
God, it's so sad.
Instead of having an actor being able to practice and compose a character to persona and then let that play out in a huge master wide that conveys like their body fully.
Right.
Shout out to that optic versus haptic like stories of old video. You shared that in the Discord, Stateboy. I think it's really good at this, because That video also illustrates how this what I'm talking about isn't just a matter of like, oh, it's digital versus analog film. Like, no, it's a consideration of like how we process like what to feel in the world, like what is haptic and like what an image conveys to us about what a space is and feels like.
Yeah. Just letting the eyes wander around a frame and giving a frame to wander around and have stuff. It was real good, but definitely some good takeaways from it, even in the digital age.
Yeah, Pizza Boy. Okay, so here's the thing too, like talking about how like I don't think Del Toro's style is suitable for adaptation because he kind of forces metaphor. The original Nightmare Alley from the 40s, I feel like my throat's a bit mucusy. He just makes it more vulgar, and that kind of destroys the magic of the movie for me, because that movie was made during the era of the Hays Code, and it, through a lot of off-screen implication and innuendo and dialogue puns, it gets a sense of like nastiness across in a really fun literary way. That Del Toro just destroys, because instead of there being like any sense of like off-screen violence or off-screen rot, like creeping around the edges, he just shows you violence and vulgarity in a way that's kind of like just blunt. Again, he just like goes straight for the symbol in like a very blunt way. But the original Nightmare Alley is wonderful. It's also a tight like 80-something minutes, maybe 90, whereas his is 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't necessarily hate long movies. I love Tar, but I mean, watching Frankenstein fall asleep in front of it, no.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
I had the same thing with Eggers' Nosferatu. Granted, we saw it late, but I was still just like, man,
I watched it a second time, and yeah, I felt more energized the second time around to actually process the back half. I gotta say, I do like the back half of that movie more than the first half, even though the first half's in the spooky castle and has all the atmosphere.
Yeah. It has really cool sets, yeah. Man.
I actually really like Aaron Taylor Johnson's like side character in his arc. I know some people were like roasting his acting and stuff, but I really dig his whole like he's such a wise guy in that movie.
Yeah.
And the path that leads him down, it's so great. It's pretty sweet too, I think.
Hell yeah. Also really, man, what was it? During spooky season, I watched, was it Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow? Which I think is one of my favorite like gothic horror movies. Like still, and it just like still holds up so well.
I remember that being like, to me that marks the end of like an era of like entertaining Burton movies.
Yes, yeah. I was like, I think I liked Big Fish after that, but then
I never saw Big Fish.
It is all right. It's a fun one. It's like a very feel-good father, like, oh my dad's dying kind of movie, so it definitely has like some feelings to it, but like.
Speaking of, so another reason I felt so vindicated, or not vindicated, but like assured I wasn't going insane about my feelings over Frankenstein is the next night with some friends, some included in chat, I watched the 9th configuration on Tubi from 1980, and it was 2 hours long. And the beginning was a little tonally all over the place, but like it built faith, and like by the end of it I was like, no, yeah, that was an excellent movie. I'm still thinking about it this morning. Have you ever heard of this movie, Jacob?
No, I don't think so.
It is the first movie directed by, and it's also written by, William Peter Blatty. Do you know who that is? Does that name ring a bell?
That name is that? Who is that?
I'll let you guess while I hone in on this boss. Philly Man might say something in the chat.
Was it an Exorcist person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He is the writer of The Exorcist, the novel.
Okay, hell yeah.
He directed this movie.
Okay.
And he considers it like the middle trilogy of his like faith trilogy of like The Exorcist, The 9th Configuration, and Exorcist 3, Heretic.
Man, I do love Exorcist 3.
But, so the ninth configuration is a movie I've just been gushing about in my head because it's, as I said, William Peter Blatty, written and directed. It's kind of like a Catch-22 meets One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest thing, where this psychiatrist arrives at this mental hospital for vets, or not vets, but troops. It's a military psych hospital, basically.
Yeah.
In the Pacific Northwest. It's a castle.
Okay.
It's in a castle. It's a really cool location. It looks really nice. It's you know it's a great space. It looks very cool for the movie. It suits its purpose. Damn.
Love that. Love a good location.
But this psychiatrist comes to this hospital. It's the end of the Vietnam War. There's a bunch of troops here who, you know, they have PTSD or other stresses. But there's this one patient there who's an astronaut who just aborted a flight right before takeoff. He had a freak out and he aborted it. And so he's in there as well. And this new psychiatrist has this kind of new way of doing things. He's kind of like the Patch Adams of the place. He's like, we're going to listen to the patients and kind of play along with their delusions and their illusions and their realities and see where it leads us and see if we can, like, maybe, you know, build bridges of communication that way.
Yeah.
And so he starts doing this. And chat, I'm gonna spoil this movie. It is from 1980, it is from Tubi. Even with spoilers, I think it still works because the twist recontextualizes a lot of things. You can see it coming from a mile away. We were watching it in chat and kind of riffing. And we called out like 2 of the big twists, kinda.
Nice.
But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the twist happened, but then it's more about like how the characters react and consider and like what that moves forward.
There's far more past the twist.
Right. Which is what like a good story is supposed to be. It's very literary, like obviously written by a writer of novels.
Yeah, a good novelist.
First time directing, so he's not afraid to be too wordy. He doesn't know how that can sometimes come across. There's some really good humor in it too. There's some good quips and gags. My go live line is something of the lines of infinite goodness means creating something with the foreknowledge that it will complain. In reference to like man and free will and doubting God and that. Like, and that's a big part of what the movie's about, because basically this psychiatrist and this astronaut, the psychiatrist and the astronaut strike the friendship.
Yeah.
Over their sessions, because, you know, the astronaut didn't want to go up into space and see how little everything is. He was already leaning pretty heavily on this concept of like good does not exist. There's no love in the world. You know, he doesn't believe that people actually like care about each other. So, you know, like that existential like knife's edge was already on the brink. Whereas the psychiatrist is like, no, people will sacrifice for each other when the time comes, and like there is like a concept of love in the world, which, you know, yeah, man, like even mediated through capital, I look at little things like art as like the existence of love, like wanting to convey something cool to someone else, like because you want to. I don't know, there's a lot of reasons people want to do that, but I mean, talking to another person is a sign that you want to communicate with that person. That we want to signify things to each other is proof of some kind of care, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We may not be the best at creating orders to do anything about or with that constructively. Yeah, God is an all-knowing foot is a great line from the film.
Yeah.
But I am going to talk spoilers in a moment about this movie where, as I said, this existentially depressed astronaut befriends a extremely optimistic psychiatrist. But plot twist, the psychiatrist is also actually a... Sorry, bouncing off this thing. He's also actually a patient of the hospital. He's had these delusions that acting as he has as a psychiatrist would be a effective means of... He wants to heal other people. It's how he tries to convey his want to heal other people. Why does he want to heal other people? Because he actually is a Marine who is known as Killer Kane, who apparently just killed a lot of dudes in the service, like a lot.
Damn.
He's a killing machine, or was. He had a psychiatric breakdown. He had a mental breakdown. He kind of suppressed that and became the character we see here. This, you know, Patch Adams, good doctor. I want to help prove there's love and kindness and good in the world.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first plot twist, kind of. I mean, the second plot twist isn't really a twist, but...
Yeah.
One of the interesting things I want to note, just because it comes back into play in the second half of the movie, is like one of the things they do to play along with the inmates, to kind of like go along with their story, is they dress up as Nazis. They have a day where like they let the patients believe they're fighting World War II. Like, yes, you're right, we are fascists, we do suck, go ahead, like, here, we'll indulge this.
Yeah.
They dress up as plain Nazis, like, they're very clean and in the SS uniform, and it strikes me as, like, it's a bit of, like, a farcical comedy. Like, the first half of the movie is kind of funny. It's again, trying to do, like, a Patch Adams, almost. It's a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Catch-22, very sardonic. You know, all these guys... They're joking and quipping all the time, and the thing is, it's not so much you're supposed to laugh at every joke of theirs, but like, when their jokes aren't landing, or they're being repetitive or redundant, like, you see their traumas. You're like, oh, this person was pressed by power, just in the wrong way. Like, there's this one dude who's like trying to like get his dogs to like reenact Shakespeare. There's another guy... Sorry, got hit this bounce.
Okay.
And the guy who wants his dogs to reenact Shakespeare, they actually have some good conversations about Hamlet through his ruminations on the play in trying to direct dogs to act Hamlet. There's a bit where he's talking about, you know, Hamlet pretending to go crazy is what keeps him from going crazy. So he has to look crazy, but he's not crazy. But if he didn't look crazy, he'd be going crazy. Which is like a good kind of like box within a box within a box explanation of like what's going on with Killer Kane doing his full Patch Adams routine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is how he believes he can restore good in the world, by being this character. Anyway, so they all learn that he's this madman, and the astronaut, super upset with this, kind of flees the premises, drives off in a car to a local bar. And at the bar, he runs into a gang of neo-Nazis who know who he is. And I forget why, but they have a vendetta against him. See why I brought up the plain Nazis earlier, because the real Nazis look like Hell's Angels biker gang. And they just have the swastika and like little cross iron insignia on their little biker jackets and stuff like that. Like, it's a complete opposite of like the SS uniforms.
Yeah.
It's the dirty neo-Nazi biker gang American edition. Some would say the what you could call, maybe at the time you would consider the Hells Angels that Hunter S. Thompson was talking about. Future MAGA chuds, or parents of MAGA chuds. A very flexible biker gang leader. Yeah, so the biker gang leader is also like this like coiffed up rockabilly biker. Like, he looks like a Yakuza villain.
Nice. Okay.
He has these big shiny aviator glasses, a very thick build with like a very strong jaw. He has like guy liner when he pulls his aviators off. But yeah, this biker gang of Nazis starts beating up the astronaut. But Kane makes his way down to the bar. He's like, a woman at the bar is able to call up to the hospital and be like, hey, your guy ran down here and this biker gang's roughing him up. And so Kane gets down to the biker bar and tries to stop them from beating up the astronaut by just being like, hey, we're sorry, can we go? You know, Kane is a nice guy, Jacob. He doesn't snap. He really just wants to, you know, be kind and good and believe in all people. And so he just wants to leave with his astronaut friend. And these Nazis just keep pushing him. They like keep asking him to apologize. They push him to the ground. They pour beer on him. And then one of them throws his friend to the ground and starts unzipping his pants to sexually assault his face. And that's when Killer Kane comes back out. And this whole bar full of biker Nazis gets slaughtered by the guy.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's interesting to think this is the same writer of The Exorcist because, like, well, let me get to the last scene because that's not the end of the movie. I guess this is the second plot twist I was talking about. Like, he falls back in his old ways and becomes a murderer. Yeah, I do not like the angry meatball we're fighting either, Pizza Boy. I feel like I'm missing out on a crucial strategy for dealing with it.
Have you tried shooting it with the Arrow Boys?
I should shoot it with the Arrow Boys. Long story short, he beats up a bunch of the bikers, slaughters a bunch of people, and the police are like, holy shit. He gets back to the hospital with his friend. They have a very heartfelt, the astronaut and Kane have a very heartfelt interchange where the astronaut finally admits, you know, the kind of existential loneliness he was having and all that, and he's very thankful that Kane saved his life there at the bar. Like, he killed people for him. It shakes what has been his, like, existential dread up to this moment. Like, his faith in people has been, like, reconsidered because of this event.
Yeah.
And the actor, I can't remember the actor's name right now. Once again, I'm talking about the 9th configuration. Watch it on Tubi, it's free. But so after having this big admission and like seeing the error of his ways and learning to love people again, he turns and sees Kane sitting there covered in a blanket. And he like hugs him and Kane falls asleep. And as he's walking out of the room, he notices blood on his boot. And like that there was blood dripping from Kane's chair. And so he opens the blanket and he finds that Kane has stabbed himself. Because the cops are downstairs. Like, he was going to be taken away. Like, he killed like 30 dudes in a bar. Like,
yeah, he's like, I'm not getting out.
Yeah. And so he killed himself. Like, it's fucking tragic. And it like really recontextualizes the whole scene because you realize, like, as the astronauts like confessing his guts out, like, this dude was dying there the whole time. And like, this is kind of, you know, it's very much a Jesus metaphor, but it is such a well-worked Jesus metaphor that it doesn't feel trite or cliched, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a secular understanding of like sacrifice and like this questioning of faith and like what is faith in a modern context. Which is why I find it interesting as a writer of The Exorcist, because, you know, the end of The Exorcist ends with the priest taking Kazuo out of Reagan and sacrificing himself there as well. So that kind of recurring idea of like sacrifice is interesting to me. But yeah, so then, you know, the astronaut brings the body down to the police who are waiting downstairs. They're gonna, like, you know, take the guy away. Everybody's sad, and we fast forward to an epilogue where the astronaut, now rehabilitated, is looking at the now shut down hospital. And he's reminiscing about a time they went to church. This is when he did the whole infinite goodness means creating something that you know in advance is going to complain. He did that whole spiel there in church. While they were in church, he's like, hey, if you die before me and there's an afterlife, leave me a sign. And so in this epilogue, he's just revisiting the hospital. And then as he leaves the hospital, the driver who's with him is like, hey, where did this rosary come from? And it's like a token that he lost earlier in the movie. So it's kind of like a hopeful ending where it's like, yeah, like I had a friend who killed himself for me. And it's made me rethink about what my perspective on life is, because I was suffering as a depressed astronaut. But for some reason, this movie has been labeled as a horror movie, and it felt nothing like a horror movie. Like, it had some psychodrama stuff with the mental health aspects, but it was very much like an adult drama, and just a very engrossing 2 hours of exploring what it means to love someone in like a non-sexual sense, like, and caring about other people.
I don't understand.
Right. Because that's the thing. Even in Del Toro's Frankenstein, it's not about caring for the monster. It's about there being a bad dad and like. Look, buddy, I hate paternalism and the patriarchy as well, but I think it's a very trite metaphor just to be like abusive father, abusive father, abusive father, especially in a book that is so much about like a character who is blind to what he's passing down, which might speak very well to a creator who may be ignorant of what types of modes of art he may be perpetuating without understanding or realizing he's doing it, because I don't know, it services a very book reporty, film schooly, like, yes, we can talk about this in a classroom. I don't know, it's very film student, and it's frustrating because, like, I know he has ideas.
Yeah. Because they're there.
You don't have to just, like, do these very reverent to the source adaptations that just are meant to articulate like, oh, I did it respectfully, or oh, I did it artfully. He's even had quotes where he's like, adaptation is like marrying a widow, where like you gotta respect the husband, but on Saturdays you're getting down. It's like, okay, well, like, get down, dude. I'm not trying to be harsh. It's just like based on established ethos, I'm a little disappointed.
Try shooting this meatball.
Okay, yeah, Jacob, I will lock in. This is very repetitive as we're just rambling about Frankenstein. It's this here that slows me down because I can't like bounce off it. I can't do anything with that.
Oh, you can't bounce off it?
No, it's just like a dodge thing. Same with this.
You, like,
I should be using. Maybe I just need to be on top of it more. Okay. I need to wait and cash in on those like super hits is what I need to do. I'm not talking with the game, I'm talking with the chat. And so to our detriment, we're not making progress. Know how not frustrating this is though, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like Doom Eternal, I'm like, damn it, the game wants me to do X, Y, and Z, I hate this. Okay, I can't. Honestly, so bouncing seemed the best way to just like not worry about those things. And then when it does this, I should sword strike it, because that does the most damage and it times me for dodging it better. So let's hit that, cash it on that, bounce on that. I think Josh Foreman said one of the bosses ended up giving up on. I'm curious. I'm curious how difficult this gets. See, I should be cashing in on that projectile one. Okay. Chat, it may get quiet for a moment as I lock in here.
Locking it up.
But yeah, check out the 9th configuration. It's free. It's on Tubi. Tubi, again, proves to be a treasure trove.
God, I love that.
Just infinite riches.
Also, Letterboxd is going to be doing a video store, apparently.
Man. Why?
Who knows?
Why do? It's on Fubu, it's on Movie, it's on Vubi, it's on Zuni, it's on Zazo.
Just support your local public library.
I streamed it on Ubzo.
Public library got the good.
Yeah, I do use your public library if they're. I've shouted it out before. What's the library streaming for? Canopy. Canopy's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it does the bounce. Okay, I don't know how to dodge that spread. Yeah, Internet Archive. Yeah, Internet Archive's great too. I saw Le Cercle Rouge there. I think Army of Shadows is there. You can find so many excellent like old movies on the Internet Archive. I have the Criterion for Lone Wolf and Cub, but you can find Lone Wolf and Cub movies on the Internet Archive. I think you can find Sword and Doom as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Sword of Doom's such a good movie. Honestly, I haven't been taking advantage of. But I can only do that with the amount of tunnels because the health payoff.
Oh yeah, fun fact me and Henry learned before jumping on stream is that the U.S. Coast Guard will no longer classify the swastika, an emblem of fascism and white supremacy, as a hate symbol. Instead, the Coast Guard will classify the Nazi insignia as potentially divisive.
Potentially.
Under guidelines. Yeah, remember when our grandparents fought those potentially divisive foes across the ocean? Pretty sad.
Damn, okay. So it does look an attack that makes it super vulnerable when it's down to half. That's good to know. I'm gonna use more intentional, like, self-harm to beat this guy, guys. Don't do this at home, kids.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, Philly man, I'm wondering if I've just been very not attentive, because I feel if I do the charged hits right, I'll lose some health, but it will stun him enough. It's this attack right here, yeah. Okay.
Oh dang.
What's up?
356. There's a browser extension that replaces the buy button with a borrow button or reserve through your local library account.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I also forgot that you can get comics in the library as well.
Yes.
Like, it's,
That's actually
cool
a
stuff.
very good way to get to read manga if you're like me and you can't do digital. Burning my health too fast trying to hit it with those things. Again, I should use the dodge button. The dodge button, Henry.
No, we don't like those.
That was a lesson of the original Ninja Gaiden Black, or Ninja Gaiden Xbox / Ninja Gaiden Black. You can use the block button.
Come on. Come on, Meatball.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it, you son of a bitch. Yes. Yes, Henry. Let the hate flow through you.
I hate you. Yes, do the mouth thing.
Yes. Suck it. Suck that ground. No! Must achieve Satori mind.
Dodge, dodge, dodge. Duh, duh. So those opening hits don't do anything. I shouldn't worry about those. Okay, I can get hits in there. Yes. Ooh. Yes. Oh, what was that?
It's a bullshit. What the fuck?
Okay, I can get extra hits in on the blue orbs that I just totally haven't been cashing in on though.
Oh yeah. Night Philly man, rest easy. We will turn this meatball into an air for you.
Yes, you will have to go to bed in suspense. Yeah, see, I can get hits in way more than I've been getting.
Party stop. Hey. Yeah.
Yes.
Sick. Take that, meatball.
Head ninja. All right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
To Mount Fuji to stop the mad agent from opening the veil again. Well, you know what, folks? We're gonna go ahead and take a moment. I'm going to stretch my thumbs after that very button-mashy, sword-slashy fight.
Right, yeah. You know, I'm surprised you're not using your fight stick on this, now that I'm thinking about it.
Honestly, I was kind of considering for the Castlevanias too, but it's a bit clicky. I personally find it a bit annoying on the soundtrack, and I don't want to subject other people to that.
That's totally fair.
I might try it out sometime. Chat, let me know how you'd feel about stuff like this on a fight stick, because it does help with Castlevania. Rondo of Blood on a fight stick's very, very fun. The timing on the backflip's very easy on a fight stick. I feel it's easier on a fight stick than the controller to do the timing on the backflip in Rondo of Blood. But yeah, take a moment to refresh your water, stretch your skeletons, smoke them if you got them. We'll be back in a few minutes. It is what? It is 9:08. We'll probably be back about 9:20. We'll take a 10-minute break-ish. Anyways, this is Technopoverty. We'll see you soon.
See you soon, Joe.
All right, and we are hot, and hey, actually, let's just go full screen for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there, welcome back. Once again, this is Jacob.
And that's Henry.
And you're watching Technopoverty, where we read books as an excuse to play games, and play games as an excuse to read books. Kneading our way through Lone Wolf and Cub while talking about Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, looking towards On the Beach and Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, as well as we were talking about some Kim Stanley Robinson, some Octavia Butler. Again, if you're interested in some of our older stuff, which we tend to cover and reference and talk about kind of in continuity with our current stuff, always check out our YouTube channel. You can also hop on our Patreon, join our Discord. We watch movies every Sunday. We're going to be watching Save the Green Planet next. I'll leave it at that. But before we get back to Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, we did run into... I didn't realize the trailer for Silent Hill 2 dropped. Or Return to Silent Hill. The film adaptation of Silent Hill 2 that's not the movie Silent Hill 2, but it's still Silent Hill 2. You'll see what we mean in a moment. Maybe? Let's see. I'm just going to hit play.
James, so much time has passed, but I'm asking.
Jacob, it's the thing!
Please
They're
come
doing
back
it.
to our special place.
Whoa!
Something's happened.
Whoa. More
Love.
flashbacks.
Mary.
There's the moths.
I wonder if they're gonna have this freaky, like,
Can anyone hear me?
Where our bound boy showed off.
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill.
Didn't Christopher Nolan do the first movie too?
yeah,
Nice.
same
Brotherhood of the Wolf, right?
Yes. I still haven't seen that.
You know, I'm for it so far.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
I know we were doing the sardonic, it's the thing sort of facing, but I mean, I do have some faith in Christopher Nolan's.
Do you appreciate you?
I think Silent Hill 1 gets it, yeah.
He definitely gets it.
What you're doing, it won't be enough to save her.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You
Hell yeah. No, I actually like this take on the... You hear the score,
Mom said
right?
it'd be easy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it
the
looks like
very-
all the pieces are there, and it looks like it's actually good.
I mean, we have Silent Hill 2 fresh on the mind as well.
True.
I do wonder how the Angelus thing is going to go down.
Fine.
All right.
Did you
Yeah, it's
just
real exciting.
I'm for it.
No toe licking. No toes for puppies.
We will get back to Ninja Gaiden.
That's real exciting. It's like real exciting.
All right, let's turn this back down and get back to what we were fighting. Yeah. Earlier when we were talking about Frankenstein, we did bring up like it should be like a PBS or a Masterpiece Theater, and I mean that in the kindest sense. I don't mean the PBS quality. Like I don't want to paint PBS as like lesser or thought of it in that way. If anything, I wish we had a more robust public broadcasting system so that we can get all kinds of lavish book reports, much like Frankenstein. That's how shows like Sherlock in the BBC get funded.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how frequent the jokes still happen, but you know, I know people used to crack about like, oh, you have a TV license in the UK. It's like, well, yeah, it funds the BBC.
Yeah, right. Like, man, speaking of the new Ken Burns documentary, The American Revolution, I've only seen the first 10 minutes on PBS's YouTube channel, but like it's off to a great start.
I'm curious. Okay.
It immediately starts off talking about the Native American groups that had all went
I was about to say,
together.
I'm far more like Howard Zinn-pilled now than I was when I saw other Ken Burns stuff, so I'm curious how it would balance with me.
Yeah, I'm really liking this so far, and I have a friend from high school who used to work. I don't know if she still works with Ken Burns, but she used to work with Ken Burns and in some projects.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, all cool people doing really cool things.
Okay, I'm just gonna run trying to be too slick with it.
Get on that couch, little dog. Come on, my little doggy. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, bring this butt like a good old snacks.
Dang. I still don't quite comprehend what the skulls do, but these challenges are fun enough. Even when I keep habitually screwing them.
You know, the challenge of the challenge.
But yeah, full communist revolution now. Let's take all that money away from child trafficking and put it towards like having really cool public theaters and filmmaking initiatives. Every town should have a studio. You know, every small town needs their blogger, you know? If anything else, to keep them out of trouble.
What are you doing? Man, this music's great.
Nice. Alright.
Wait, apparently Silent Hill's coming out on 11/20?
That's very close.
That's very close. I did not catch that at first. That's very exciting.
This Brotherhood of the Wolf on Chewy. I'm sure I've seen it there before.
You know, I want to find out. Brotherhood of the Wolf.
I still need to see Begonia and the Running Man. Which, just a heads up, chat, if you've seen Begonia, let me know. It is a remake of Save the Green Planet, which is, again, the movie we'll be watching Sunday.
Yeah. Brotherhood of the Wolf is on Tubi, Fubo, and Prime. You watch it right now.
This is just like Mario Bros. 3.
Alright, stop.
I did it for the skulls. You can go vertical? Nah. Sorry. This is my son, Ryu Hayabusa. I'm a ninja man.
Yeah, a ninja man. I do really like this setting, though. I really like the convoy.
The thing is, what I really appreciate, I'm kind of curious to go back and play Ninja Gaiden 2 maybe at some point. Because the NES games are very cinematic and presentational, and so is this. And honestly, it hits at a very fun... There's a lot of 80s action movies I can think of that this is riffing from, but like this makes it more colorful and cartoonish, whereas like those 80s action movies are like underfunded or like very brittle in their actual like craft.
Right. I really like the use of like the blue. Like the Forces got a lot of good night blues. But like the really good green on the military stuff is really making it pop.
Yeah, I think last session I was getting a bit tired of all the military goons, and it was mostly because the palette was the same color. This session has been much better with that. Cool. That's cool. The demons taking out the helicopter.
Tight. I really love these animations too. Like, sick. Some Terminator 2 level helicopter in the before. Oh, nice.
I was like, what am I waiting for? You can climb. You're a ninja.
Right, every time. It's like, oh, that's right. This is so counterintuitive to use those steps.
Oh, come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack, don't do that.
You can start me at the bottom. Oh no, okay, cool. Wait, is this the bottom? I don't remember. No, it is. Should I try to stop and take out the mutants or just keep running?
There we go.
Yeah, I keep thinking I have full out projectiles I can smash up. Cool.
Nice. Jungle caves. Man, this game really has everything.
Really hitting all the it's like it's the best NES game. Well, like it looks better than an NES game. It's like a Super Nintendo game, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like listen, man, these are the things you always want. We know these are the things you always
And
want.
it doesn't have continues and like game overs and like grinding for lives in earlier levels or logging into a Bethesda Net account, you know?
Yep, just let you play the game on being fun.
It's just like, no, this is the actual like fun stuff that retro games were aspiring towards. Like, we don't have to nostalgically remember the limitations when we can just fucking take the best parts and like get rid of the worst with technology. That's something I really like about Devil May Cry 5 as well. Okay, I think there's another way I can go here. Because Devil May Cry 5 would just give you free... Okay, cool. Devil May Cry 5 would give you a free continue every day for just coming back to it. Which was very generous.
Yeah.
I keep messing with the timing here. I'm all disoriented from breaking the wall.
Damn, chair got the chair company got renewed for season 2.
I saw that. 3256 was posting that earlier on the Discord.
I thought I saw something in there. Beautiful. Yes, puppy.
Okay, cool. Got everything now.
Nice. Falling at the same time as that gentleman. That's beautiful.
Is that gentleman?
The gentleman.
He's a demon.
Yeah, a gentleman demon.
Jacob, you just called Jeffrey Epstein a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a gentleman. He gave us lots of money, that Jeffrey Epstein. You know, he's not so bad. Financially, he helped us out a lot, you see.
It's cool. Just give the IRS to OpenAI. Like, you know.
With a few fucked kids. That's what we're arguing about. Just a few. What? Thousands of fucked kids. Is that what we're arguing about, guys? This undulating nether portal.
Stop, what are you doing?
Sit back, you're too late. Everything's gonna be alright, I promise. If we can harness the energy from the demon's world, we'll be able to force all fiends to submit once and for all.
Wait a minute, are you a Fed?
Nah.
You lost your mind? Oh man.
Quite the opposite. I've never seen things so clearly.
See, this is like, you know, the below average man, like this is the stuff he wants to do in real life. Like, ha ha ha, don't underestimate yourself, kid.
The crystals, they can offer certain insight into those who truly connect with them.
He's drunk on power. I'm way too familiar with that kind of aura.
Now the final step. Let's open the door so our super soldiers can vanquish the demon lord.
Of course.
Watch out!
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
That's cool.
Damn, that's a really cool.
Nice. Oh!
Damn! Make way, your world is mine now. Not a chance. What do you say, Kenji? Up to kick some demon at Lord ass.
I was born to.
Let's go. Well, let's go.
So this is probably. Oh shit. Okay, let's go. One thing I do remember about Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2 is the final bosses kind of suck. Because they're these big huge background sprites, but it's NES games, so it's kind of hard to discern what you can hit, and like it's. I remember, I think the first one, because like it's a demon. It's a demon people are trying to rebirth in the first one, and the final boss is like a big old demon. It's exactly like this. But like, I remember the easiest way to beat it being to like, I forget what, you like hop into the backside so that it can't turn around and hit you with most of its attacks, and then you like spaz hit it.
Oh. Looks like you're gonna be able to hit those ribs pretty soon though. Those tasty
All about them ribs. Again, Castlevania is like a much more measured and like thought out experience as far as like making the player like fight a curated path or a considered path. Ninja Gaiden, while a platformer, is a bit messier with its like enemy placement and like boss design.
Yeah. Shit.
But this one is like refreshingly like very articulate. It's my favorite of the 2D ones, I'll say that. It's like, it echoes the nostalgia of the NES ones, but the NES ones were not like classics. There's a reason I commit Castlevania games to memory and play them like every year around Halloween. Yeah. I don't do anything with Ninja Gaiden like that. With Ninja Gaiden Black, sometimes I'll play it around Thanksgiving time, but...
Just good holiday video games.
Yeah, it's also getting... It's not like short, but if you know what you're doing, you can beat it in a day.
Okay. That's right.
Because it takes all the fun, precise, like, super powerful, like, power trippy, like, I am the sword demon fun of, like, getting the mechanical master of that dodge and that bounce down. That's wholly from the Xbox games, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's nothing from the past is present here. In a good way. I complain about that with Doom Eternal, but Doom Eternal's trying so hard to claim it is the past, you know?
Yeah, it's like, listen, bros. It's just like it used to be when those.
This is what it was like before 9/11, and I saw the first episode of SpongeBob. And
Bro, I was there, bro.
you wouldn't get it. Our video games had continues.
Damn!
You had to put quarters in the machine.
This is crazy. Look at those delicious ribs.
You were right, I was gonna have to hit them.
Right? Pretty tight though, like. Saw these motherfuckers, or shoot these motherfuckers. Okay.
Maybe I have to hit him with a...
Oh, like a... Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That makes sense. Is it regenerating? I couldn't tell. Alright.
Same. It didn't... I don't think it was.
Time to really give Satan's heart a what for.
True. Sure, what the fuck is up? I ain't doing nothing.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dang.
Love these hands.
Yeah.
It's like a really fun thing.
See, this is kind of what I guess they were trying to go for with the icon of sin in 3D with Doom Eternal, but it's not the same.
Yeah, not nearly as cool. Nice.
Yeah, I just sacrificed my own health for that.
You know, that's fair. It's like, no, fine, bro. You know, this says a lot about you as a character, though, both in-game and as a person.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what is there to gain so much? Yes, bro.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yes. Again with this?
Yeah. All right, then I won't do the Pyrrhic victory stuff because I don't know how far I actually need to go. Lesson learned. Don't be so quick to destroy yourself in pursuit of the greater good.
Not fair.
You need to know how to properly meter yourself.
Right? You gotta be able to continue tomorrow.
That's part of what I find interesting about the books we're going to be reading for the Death Stranding 2 block is, you know, they're trying to be minded for getting beyond the cynicism and the depression and like actually like what is forward look like.
Hell yeah.
I already find that interesting with On the Beach because it's so shit. That was not the best use of that. It's because I started talking about On the Beach prematurely. Should be talking about Ogami Ito and his son Daigoro.
Death or fuck.
Ouch. Oh, that's why I want to destroy his hands, so they don't clap me. Because then you get clapped by Satan, or whatever demon this is supposed to be.
Yeah, don't let him clap those cheeks.
Too woke, too much man booty.
Can you dodge his hands?
I can bounce off them. That's how I assume I'm supposed to be doing that. Although the drops always hit me. I mess those up. I'm too zealous to get in that fire as well. Got him here fast. Oop. No. Once again wasted that. I need to wait until after he does the orb thing. Yeah. I keep trying to bounce off the search hand. This one, I should just let it drop and then, yeah.
Bounce it around.
I'm wondering if only the charged hits hurt the ribcage or if it has like just an overall HP.
Yeah, I think it's just the charged hits. At least that's what it's looking like so far.
Cause yeah, it cracks them.
Yeah, everything else is just kind of like it's just defensively just whoa. It's got hands everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so dodge the drop hand by running away from it instead of trying to bounce off it. And wait until after the laser search stuff. So this, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
was a lucky dodge. Which, in theory, I can do, but in execution, it's a bit less forgiving.
Right.
I keep hitting that fire, too, when it goes down. Alright, I think I'm taking inventory, and I really just, again, need to talk with the game. We're having a conversation with this boss. Getting hit by stones. It's not bouncing. There we go. Fire. Yep. Gauge up, right? Yep.
Yep.
Wait after this to do my heal. Heal it all. I don't think I'm gonna do my heal. Although I may not get the opportunity if so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I can also.
Fire. Nice. Kill that motherfucker.
His hands are gonna come out, aren't they? Next, right?
Probably. Yep. How's my hands?
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Shit.
Oh, I wish I had more heals.
Oh, now you can jump a little higher. Like the frame's opening up.
Yeah.
Can you climb anywhere on the left-hand side? Or is it just space? Do not stub your toe.
Damn, look at my health.
Yes, that's what I was saying. You cannot stub your toe.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't reading.
Yeah. That was, we'll clip that.
Is there a Form 2? Is there a Form 2? This fusion of yours is becoming quite annoying. Die.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Damn.
Oh shit, he split them back apart. Oh shit. Oh man. A classic Mega Man X.
My God.
Oh, this is awesome, actually. Who will escape hell and seal the door? Pizza Boy, I don't think it's over. This is actually wrecking me.
Like, damn. Will you escape hell or seal the door? Seal the door.
Well, no, yeah, it's escape hell and seal the door. So is it Kenji who stays behind or Kumori? Who do I want to go out as? I feel like it'll be easier to get out as Kenji, but narratively I want to see kind of what happens if Kumori gets out because of the whole Spider Clan stuff, so I'm gonna go with her. There's no way out. Well, Kenji sacrificed himself, so they're making sure you understand as well. Yes. Kumori.
Just puppy in her little sweatshirt.
Bound by my duty. Oh, okay, I thought there was gonna have to be like an escape segment.
Oh, dang.
Metroid style.
Just
Or is
story
there?
segment.
There is, right? What is this? Oh, this is pretty cool.
Tight.
Okay, that was neat. Yeah, seeing her do the fighting with the boss in the back there while fighting off the demons yourself. Epilogue. Oh, I guess I jumbled up the choice thing because Kenji came out, not Kumori.
Yeah.
I kind of want Kumori to get out. Oh well.
What can I do, buddy? Stop picking nose toes. Oh.
Nice. Okay, Pizza Boy, now it is nice work. And this is not an animation, this is the player playing the credits. I like this a lot. Jacob, check it.
Sorry, just saving the clip. That's pretty sick.
Climb that wall. Yeah, very great 2D action game. Very impressed with it. I'm questioning some of the Rails levels. Got stuck on that meatball for longer than I was expecting, but I think you could probably slice that one down into something. Oh yeah, you're gonna bounce.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, this has been Ninja Gaiden Ragebound as we fall into the future. Join us next week for Death Stranding 2. We're gonna start it. We got all 140 gigabytes of it or whatever installed on the PlayStation. It's massive, folks.
This is ready. Whoa.
We got this 4K monitor. We're going to really get into it.
It's gonna look real good.
We're going to be talking about On the Beach quite a bit, so be ready. I'll probably have the whole book read by then. Oh, you're actually going back to the Ninja Clan place. Cool, 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 cool.
Hell yeah. Jump back up.
Oh yeah, Hassan's in this game.
Hassan.
Honestly, would be excited for another one of these before another 3D Ninja Gaiden.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this like city pop jazz.
Yeah, I love it.
Look at those credits scroll behind us. That actually looks pretty great.
That Japanese jazz. Oh, that does look great. God, we gotta smoke more cigars with the projector, you know? Just keep that atmosphere going.
Ladies and gentlemen, they and them bees, friends of all sizes and species, this has been Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Hell yeah.
Once again, the associated text is Lone Wolf and Cub by Koike and Kojima. Again, these omnibuses, they're pretty good, but they did just announce that they're doing the deluxe editions of Lone Wolf and Cub. It's gonna be the first time they're properly right to left. These are mirrored left to right, so I'm kind of curious about that. But
And they're gonna be a little bit bigger too, hopefully.
extremely bigger, yeah, much bigger,
Nice.
just like the Berserk ones. So.
Oh, excellent. See, that's what I would like. That's
Either way, I would definitely suggest checking out the Lone Wolf and Cub movies. They're on Criterion Channel. Criterion also has a pretty nice box set if you're a physical collector.
we love our physical media collections, folks.
But yeah, on the beach, Nevil Shute. Nice, brisk, 200-page novel about the end of the world and the people living through it. There's some interesting stuff to it as far as its mind towards ecology and conservation. It's something that's going to be kind of a through line in the sci-fi we're highlighting, is we're looking for stuff that's more future-minded. Depending on how long Death Stranding goes, we might make it through all of Parable of the Sower, all of Parable of Talents, all of the Mars Trilogy, as well as On the Beach, and maybe some Howard Fast short stories. If we're still going, which who knows, the first game was 80 hours long, we might dive straight from the fiction into the philosophy of Frederic Jameson, but I want us to kind of have a primer of actual fiction from around the genre before we jump into that. Frederic Jameson, a philosopher you should be looking into beyond what you hear about on YouTube. Great stuff. Archaeologies of the Future gets into sort of the current issues with science fiction and genre fiction in general, I feel. I'll say more on that as we actually proceed through the fall into the future, but look into the name. But I bring it up because he's a philosopher who talked a lot about these ideas, and Kim Stanley Robinson, the author of the Mars Trilogy, Ministry of the Future and all that, was a student of his. He kind of studied under him for his doctoral thesis, I believe. So like, you know, Kim Stanley Robinson's trying to write science fiction with these ideas in mind from Jameson.
Pardon. Man, this song is great.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of jam out to this as the credits roll, and then we'll probably call it a little early since we completed a game. Just a reminder, you can always find us on YouTube for older episodes. Go ahead, like and subscribe over there. If you're interested in checking out movies at the Technopoverty Theater, head on over to our Patreon or our Ko-fi, or even if you subscribe on the Twitch, you should get access to the Discord. If you're a Twitch subscriber and you don't have access, let me know, we can figure something out there.
Yeah.
We always watch movies on the Discord, share links for the reading. We tend to search out and seek out stuff like audiobooks or PDF versions of the stories we're going through. We share them there.
Yep. Definitely fun spot. Other random topics too. Different memes, pet pictures as well.
Yeah, you get to see adorable photos of Barnabas.
I'm gonna post a couple more cute ones of Barney.
I'm almost showing feet here, but we also restrain that.
Gotta pay for that.
That's behind the paywall.
Yeah, that's a paywall. And not on the Patreon. So, you know, figure it out.
kind of curious if there's going to be an end-game score ranking. Original soundtrack available on Kid Katana Records. That's pretty nice.
Sick. Kikitana.
Yeah, here we go. Mission complete. 100 kills. I think I'm pretty much a B grade head ninja for this run through.
Not bad.
Game cleared.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a sub menu with like secret missions. I did like the first of the optional secret missions. I didn't really follow through on the rest.
That's fair.
I was enraptured with the plot.
I mean, that's fair. It was a really interesting, fun plot.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna pull this up for a moment. I noticed it's just on the projector. We're acting like people can see, although you can kind of see.
Yeah, right.
We unlocked, that's like what the classic Ryu Hayabusa sprite from the NES games look like.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Cool, cool,
Hard
cool.
mode unlocked. I mean, we were hard this whole time.
All right. This has been Technopoverty. Join us Monday, 7:30 p.m. CST. As always, you can join us on Tuesdays, 3 p.m. CST. Always pairing books, games, bouncing it off. There is a sense of intentionality to it. There is a curated reason as to what I'm choosing. It's not a random selection of like, let's see what sticks. It is like, well, these are in the same genre. These are around the same topic or idea. I like to find that kind of synchronicity, so...
Yeah. And then hidden synchronicity as we talk and discuss.
I know,
more stuff.
there will be
Like,
blood, lone wolf and cub. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a well, what does that mean beyond that? But it is just a nice little bridge connection. Because again, Lone Wolf and Cub deals with employment and employers and working with your family as part of the, entrenched in the feudal system. And there will be blood, like he does use HW as a ploy. Like it's very much putting on the image of a family and like the promise of like being a good hearty person as like an employer to do this awful thing. Anyways,
Damn.
let's all take care. We'll see you next week. If you're here Sunday, it's gonna be Save the Green Planet. See y'all then.
See y'all later.